After the harrowing events of the Dark Rocket arc, the Galactic Guardians found themselves confronted with a new supernatural threat. The gates of the underworld had opened, unleashing demonic forces upon the universe. Leading this invasion was the Infernal Legion, commanded by a sinister demon lord known as Malachar. His goal, to merge the underworld with the living universe, turning it into a realm of eternal suffering. In the midst of this chaos, a surprising new ally emerged: Hellborn, a half-demon warrior who had once been a part of the infernal realm but now sought redemption. Armed with the power of hellfire and a deep knowledge of the demon world, Hellborn defected from Malachar's ranks and joined the Guardians to stop the coming apocalypse. Though some members of the team, especially Solaris, were wary of Hellborn's dark origins, his knowledge of Malachar's forces was invaluable. As the Guardians battled waves of demons across multiple worlds, Hellborn helped them navigate the fiery dimension and its traps. In the climactic battle, the Guardians and Hellborn stormed Malachar's fortress in the depths of the underworld. While the Guardians fought off legions of demons, Hellborn confronted Malachar directly. Using his infernal power combined with Nebulon and Solaris's cosmic energy, Hellborn broke Malachar's control over the underworld. In a final act of redemption, Hellborn severed his ties to the infernal realm, closing the gates of the underworld and preventing Malachar from returning. Though he had once been part of darkness, Hellborn had proven himself a hero. Now a full member of the Galactic Guardians, Hellborn vowed to use his powers to protect the universe from supernatural threats. The Guardians knew that with Hellborn at their side, they were stronger than ever, ready to face whatever hellish forces the cosmos might throw at them next.
After their victory alongside Hellborn, the Galactic Guardians faced a new and terrifying threat: the Dark Dimension, a parallel universe of pure chaos and shadow, ruled by the tyrannical entity known as Drazor, the Dark Lord of Shadows. The Dark Dimension began to bleed into their reality, corrupting everything it touched and threatening to engulf the entire universe in eternal darkness. Drazor's power came from the Void Crystal, an artifact that allowed him to manipulate reality within the Dark Dimension, making him nearly unbeatable in his realm. Worse, anyone caught in the Dark Dimension for too long would have their essence slowly drain, turning them into shadow creatures loyal to Drazor. The Galactic Guardians, now joined by Hellborn, embarked on a dangerous mission into the Dark Dimension to find and destroy the Void Crystal. The dimension itself was a hostile place, twisting landscapes, unpredictable time loops, and shadowy beings lurking in the void, waiting to corrupt them. Each Guardian faced their own inner darkness within the realm. Nebulon struggled with the lingering guilt of his time as Dark Rocket, while Solaris fought to control her anger. Hellborn, once a creature of darkness himself, had to confront the shadowy part of his soul that still lingered from his infernal past. In the final battle, the team confronted Drazor at his throne of shadows. The Guardians combined their powers, but Drazor was too strong in his domain, his control of the Void Crystal warping reality around them. Just as all hope seemed lost, Nebulon tapped into his former Dark Rocket powers, using the shadow energy against Drazor. With this newfound strength in the unity of the team, Nebulon shattered the Void Crystal, destabilizing Drazor's control over the Dark Dimension. The realm began to collapse, and the Guardians barely escaped, leaving Drazor trapped in the imploding void. The Dark Dimension was sealed off, but its influence had left scars across the universe. The Guardians returned, knowing that their battle against the forces of darkness was far from over. But now, they were stronger than ever, having faced their own inner demons and won.
20 years after the original Galactic Guardians saved the universe countless times, a new generation of heroes has risen to take up the mantle. The next generation, trained by the original Guardians, now defends the galaxy from threats even greater than before. Here are the new heroes and their powers. 1. Nova Star Cassie, daughter of Nebulon Orion. She inherited her father's cosmic energy manipulation. Nova Star can harness and control powerful bursts of cosmic light, generating energy beams and creating protective fields. She also has flight and limited control over gravity too. Soulflare Liu Jr., son of Solaris Vega. Soulflare has the ability to control plasma and solar energy like his mother. He can generate intense heat, form plasma weapons, and manipulate light to blind opponents. His connection to solar energy also gives him enhanced strength when near stars. 3. Stormbreaker Max, grandson of Leo. Max can manipulate weather and storms, with the ability to summon lightning, control winds, and even generate hurricanes. Stormbreaker is a force of nature. He inherited some of the lightning ice powers and has storm vision that allows him to see through chaotic weather. 4. Hellfire Ella Jr., granddaughter of Leo. She is a descendant of Hellborn. Hellfire wields infernal power, able to summon hellfire to burn enemies and create fiery constructs. She can also open small portals to the underworld to unleash demonic flames. 5. Quantum Shift Aria, niece of Michael Mann. Quantum Shift can manipulate time and space on a small scale. She can freeze or slow time for brief moments, teleport short distances, and alter gravity in her immediate surroundings. Her powers allow her to be extremely agile in battle. 6. Draconis Sane, son of Dragonfu. Sane can transform into a massive dragon-like form, controlling the elements of fire, wind, and earth. He can also manipulate dragon energy to heal himself and his allies, making him a versatile force on the battlefield. The new Galactic Guardians face an emerging cosmic threat, the Eclipse Empire, a group of tyrants from another dimension who seek to enslave the galaxy. With the original Guardians in retirement, it's up to Nova Star, Soulflare, Stormbreaker, Hellfire, Quantum Shift, and Draconis to defend the universe and live up to their legendary lineage. Their first mission as a team will test their bonds and abilities, but they are ready to carve their legacy in the stars as the next generation of Galactic Guardians.
Years after Misa's initial defeat, the Galactic Guardians thought they had seen the last of the shape-shifting sorceress. However, Misa has returned stronger, darker, and with new, terrifying powers. Having spent years absorbing the energies of forbidden dimensions, she now wields control over shadow magic, allowing her to manipulate reality and bend the minds of her enemies. The new generation of Galactic Guardians, led by Nova Star, Soulflare, and the rest of the team, are the first to face her wrath. Misa's new goal is nothing less than total domination of the galaxy, using her abilities to create illusions so powerful they become reality itself. She warps entire cities, turning them into nightmarish labyrinths, and manipulates the fears of her enemies to weaken them. Misa's newfound strength forces the young Guardians to rethink their strategies. Quantum Shift's ability to alter time helps the team avoid Misa's traps, while Stormbreaker creates violent storms to scatter her shadowy minions. Hellfire uses her demonic flames to cut through Misa's dark illusions, but it's Draconis who senses the true danger. Misa is after the Dimensional Nexus, a powerful energy source that could allow her to merge all realities into one under her control. The Guardians track Misa to the heart of an ancient temple where the Dimensional Nexus is stored. In an epic battle, Misa unleashes her full power, warping reality around the heroes and forcing them to confront their darkest fears. Nova Star and Soulflare combine their cosmic and solar powers to break through Misa's illusions, but the sorceress remains nearly invincible in her new form. In the final moments, Nova Star taps into a deeper connection with her father's cosmic energy, unlocking a new ability, the Stellar Nova, a burst of pure cosmic light strong enough to tear through Misa's dark magic. With the combined might of the team, they manage to sever Misa's link to the Dimensional Nexus, causing her power to collapse in on itself. Defeated but not destroyed, Misa vanishes into the shadows, vowing revenge. Though the Guardians have stopped her once more, they know she will return perhaps stronger still, and they must continue to grow in power and unity to face the challenges ahead. The universe is safe for now, but the battle against Misa has only just begun. In the aftermath of their battle against Misa, the new generation of Galactic Guardians realized they needed to evolve their powers and strategies to prepare for future threats. Under the guidance of the original Guardians, they began training to unlock a new, advanced technique called Complex Impact, a powerful combination move that required perfect synchronization between team members to unleash devastating energy. The training for Complex Impact was intense and challenging, requiring each Guardian to harness their individual powers while developing a deep understanding of each other's abilities. They practiced for weeks, learning to blend their elemental powers in creative ways, enhancing their combat synergy. Meanwhile, Misa, still reeling from her defeat, sought revenge by forming an alliance with a new villain, Void Monarch, a dark being with the power to manipulate space itself. Together, they plotted to invade the Galactic Guardians' home planet, intending to capture the team and exploit their abilities for their nefarious plans. As the Void Monarch's minions began attacking cities across the planet, the Galactic Guardians sprang into action. When they faced off against Misa and the Void Monarch, the Guardians had a chance to put their training to the test. The battle raged as Misa created illusions to confuse them, while the Void Monarch distorted reality, warping the battlefield into a nightmarish landscape. During the fierce confrontation, the team was momentarily overwhelmed. However, remembering their training, Nova Star rallied her teammates, and they formed a tight circle. Together, they executed Complex Impact, Nova Star-focused cosmic energy, Sulflare channeled solar plasma, Stormbreaker summoned storms, Hellfire unleashed Hellfire, Quantum Shift altered gravity, and Draconis infused dragon energy. As their powers combined, they created a brilliant orb of energy that glowed with multicolored light, building in intensity. With a unified shout, they launched Complex Impact at Misa and the Void Monarch. The resulting explosion of energy not only shattered Misa's illusions but also destabilized the Void Monarch's grip on reality. The powerful blast sent both villains reeling, disrupting their dark magic and causing them to retreat, swearing they would return. Though they had won the battle, the Guardians understood that the fight against darkness would always be ongoing. With the success of Complex Impact, the new Galactic Guardians grew closer, their teamwork stronger than ever. They knew that as long as they stood united, they could face any challenge that awaited them in the cosmos.